We just heard the announcements. You just heard Steve DeSager. Both MVPs have been announced.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge in the American League, unanimous. And Shohei Otani in the National League, unanimous.
Yeah. Ohtani!
And here we go. This is awesome because these two used to compete, right, when Ohtani was in the American League, right? And Shohei beat him, and Judge beat him when he set the American League record. And so you have these two guys. Both had unbelievable seasons. Ohtani had a history-making campaign with over 50 stolen bases and 50 home runs, which had never been done in the history of baseball.
You ain't slick, by the way. I know you.
Judge's numbers are just through the roof. Like he just had, and we'll go over all that, but just through the roof. But now they're in different leagues, so there's two MVPs. Imagine if we had to pick one MVP, just one.
MLB turned to the NBA.
And remember, it has nothing to do with the postseason. Neither guy did anything in the postseason, so it doesn't matter really in this case.
Neither was spectacular. I'll give you that.
Right. But if you had to pick one, Mr. Kelvin Washington, who does Dodgers pre and post.
Do not set me up like that.
Dodgers pre and post.
Mr. Rob Parker,
Spectrum.
who's from New York.
But I'm from Queens, not the Bronx.
We all know. And the best part about this is anybody who has been listening for years to you knows your man crush for Aaron Judge, okay? So let's at least both be honest in this situation.
All rise. All rise?
Yes, for the Judge.
Yeah, so all right, if we have to pick one MVP, who you picking?
First of all, don't put me in a box. Okay, I might surprise you here and say that the MVP would be Shohei Otani. Okay, show me the money, show time. It hits different, as the kids say. Iowa Sam, it just hits different. Now, Aaron Judge, and obviously we're both talking about two of the best of the best of the best. So there's no wrong answer in this case. Yes, there is. It would be wrong if you say Aaron Judge. Shohei Otani, what he was able to do this season, and before you can even say it, he hits the 50-50 club. In fact, he goes past the 50-50 club, and you're talking about 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs, and what I love about it most is he did it in his first season with the Dodgers. He didn't have to work his way in. He didn't have to Juan Soto it when he went to the Padres and everybody was underwhelmed and he had to go somewhere else to get it started. Comes right into a roster where he could have been, feeling like it's just not going to work out. They got a bunch of other all-stars. He comes right in off of Tommy John surgery, or at least a surgery since they won't tell us, and he comes right in and gets busy. And he gives you 50-plus home runs. He's stealing bases, and he's stealing bases in an era where guys don't really do that anymore. This ain't the 70s, the 80s, 90s. Guys aren't stealing bases like that. Guys aren't stealing bases who are 6'4+, 2-something, big, who also have to worry about hitting, who also have to worry about pitching next season. It just looked different. It was stylistically different. He did it on one of the biggest teams, the biggest sports franchises, the Dodgers. He lived up to the hype, which you know, Rob, sometimes that doesn't happen. You're underwhelmed when a new person goes to a new place. It's a letdown.
Well, because he was playing in Anaheim where people they didn't have the crowd. They didn't have the
crowd. Yeah,
right.
And he was putting up numbers. But, I mean, think about it. Mike Trout has been the best player 1, 2, or 3 the last 7, 8, 9 years. You don't know nothing about him. Mike Trout, outside of Anaheim, can walk in the mall and 2 people will recognize him, yet he's regarded as one of the best baseball players.
No, they would know him because of his wheelchair, I think.
No? I mean, no. Don't listen.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, my man stay injured.
Thank you.
My man does stay injured. But so the answer is Shohei. It just was different. It was power. It was consistency. Rob, it was I'll bat second, I'll lead off, whatever you need. So for me, it's Shohei. But again, I'm not mad when you say Judge, but it was Shohei.
How you know I'm gonna say Judge?
Look at your face.
Aaron Judge had the better MVP season. And I'm not, before I undress Shohei's season, which you know I will, Aaron Judge, unbelievable. Are you ready?
Yes.
Led the major leagues in home runs, 58.
Mm-hmm.
And he also led the major leagues, not the American League, the major leagues, OPS, RBI, walks, and there are a few other categories. And here's the part that is incredible about his season.
Mm-hmm.
He had a terrible April.
He did.
Think about that. You remember he got booed at Yankee Stadium. He was batting 1-something, and he had a terrible April. And so that is the damage he did was really between May and September. I mean, think about that. Like he gave everybody
and
a
he
1
even
month.
Had a bad. Was that
remember that stretch?
Yeah, like late September, early October. Yeah,
where he went homeless for 14 games or whatever it was. But I'm just trying to say, like, the start tells you on what a tear he was on that we've probably never seen anybody have that kind of a tear. It was really, really incredible. And here's the other thing. You ready?
Yeah, I'm listening.
The other part that I think when you look at Aaron Judge and just in a major leagues where like the batting average, right, for the whole league is something like 250 something, right?
It ain't, boy, yeah.
Like that's the average.
Pete Rose rolling around his grave right now.
Like that's the average, like 250 something for everybody in baseball, the average batting average.
Yep.
Aaron Judge was a home run hitter, batted 322.
That's great.
Like that is unbelievable. 322 with power, drove in runs, took his walks. He did everything he was supposed to do and led the Yankees. Remember, in that lineup sometimes, he was the only guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's impressive. Here's the only reason why I'm going to discount and poo-poo Shohei Otani's.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going.
50-50.
Go ahead, get it out the way. Go ahead, get it out the way.
I'm the poo-poo king.
Come on, poo-poo king. Come on.
Sliding into pizza boxes is what taints the 50-50. Like, I get it. He has speed, and he's doing stuff that other people haven't done, but you can't tell me that the base is being closer. Remember, the base is closer at first base and at second base, and you can only throw over twice. So once you throw over twice, he knows you can't come over again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, he's going to get second base. So I think that's the only part of it. He had a tremendous season, but if I was really looking at both, and I know it was historic and nobody had ever gone 50-50.
Then don't say it like that. I don't like the way you're saying it.
But, B-U-T-T, but I would pick Judge because I think the way he mashed from May through September was sights unseen. We've never seen anybody mash, hit for average, hit those many home runs in an era where guys don't hit for average, where guys strike out a lot. Guys don't even make contact like that. That's incredible to me. Aaron Judge would be my MVP, and they both were unanimous, but he would be my MVP if we had to pick one.
The thing about what you're discounting with Shohei, and you said it, but you kind of glossed over it, is that everybody has the same opportunity to holler at these Pizza Hut boxes, and no one does it, and no one does it near him. When you're talking about guys who also hit even just like 35 home runs, let alone 40, let alone 50. That's the difference. So it wasn't even close when you look at the next person who had nearly, the amount of home runs as him when it comes to stolen bases. So everybody has the opportunity. He doesn't. And again,
he has superior speed, though. I'll give you that.
Dude, and it is remarkable. Like, I've been in the clubhouse, and I'm like, oh, he's a legit 6'4.5". Like, he's not like, oh, he's 6. They list him there.
No. He's a big guy.
He's a big dude. And he's taking those chances. And again, also for Mookie Betts to be a Hall of Famer, and they be like, oh man, Mookie's out, Mookie's injured. We want you to bat, the lead off. And he's leading off. He goes back to second. When you already know in the back of his head, he's rehabbing from Tommy John surgery. And again, he comes to the Dodgers where the expectations are through the roof, World Series or bust, and he lives up to the hype. 54 home runs, 59 stolen bases. Come on, man.
Here's the problem.
And he's got a whole entire country on top of this country watching him, putting up crazy ratings. You were there spring training. I mean, the pressure, and not to mention he did this with a dude who was all in his pocket stealing his money. You know how many people
He didn't know that the guy was stealing his money. That's what he said.
And then he came to know that, and he got pressure of that, pressure of playing with the Dodgers, pressure of a new team. Bruh got married, and not only did he deliver, he over-delivered. And then he had the nerve. I know it's the postseason, but go to the postseason. I'm not even counting that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's not in the voting.
That's not in the voting. But that has been remarkable to me. Again, Aaron Judge is incredible. If you pick Aaron Judge, I ain't mad at you.
All right, here's a reason to disqualify Shohei Otani. he didn't only slide into those pizza boxes. He had extra incentive. He thought that there was a slice in there with extra cheese and pepperoni. So he had an incentive to get there faster. No?
I'm not dealing with you.
All right.
Your first one was better. See, you can't double up. We laughed at your first one, then you chose to go in for more.